Hey,
Hello, everybody.
everybody.
Welcome back to
Whoa.
All You Can Eat Gaming. We are back at it for the next game. So here we have myself, Ricky, and...
Of course, you have Taurus, obviously.
Oh, that was so late. Okay, so... Yeah, we've already started the next game, and yeah, Sunshine, and it was fun. It was a fun little game to do.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't have a lot of things to say. It was a nice throwback, but to be honest, I didn't have the best of the experience that you could have possibly had. Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed, to be honest, by a few things, and I'll tell you my experience right now, but. Yeah, guys, we are back at it, and we're happy to have you guys listen up again. For those who are on the podcast, make sure to look us up on our YouTube and all of our other, sources. Also, for the people on YouTube as well, look for us on our podcast. That would really help us. And yeah, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Why not, right?
All right, let's do this. Well,
alrighty, so
of course,
Sunshine.
The nostalgic
That's the game.
Super Mario Sunshine. Well,
when did it come out? 2001? 2001, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like we are not in sync today. It's like we're just out of it.
I mean,
but okay.
I think okay, but it's basically. You know, the GameCube era, the best era, or one of the best eras.
Yeah, I think the GameCube was such a nice console, although it was so underwhelming for most people. I don't know why. Basically, just a lower level PS2. Basically.
Yeah.
But disregard that. The game was still really fun. Although I'll tell you the parts I guess I liked about it first. Or do you want to go over the story first, or what?
Well, of course, the game Super Mario Sunshine. If you played it, you already know how it goes. All Mario wants to take is a vacation with Peach and Peach invites him.
Actually, it's different.
Just take a vacation. Yeah.
Well, is that all there is to it, or what?
Well, of course not. Of course, it had to be some kind of disaster happening because on the they watch a video about where they're going to, and what
okay, that is not a good explanation. You have to say what's going on. Okay. Obviously, in the very beginning, they start off on an airplane and they're watching.
Yes.
That's Mario. Dude, you have to say where they are at.
So Mario, I mean, I did. So Mario Peach.
You just said they're watching TV.
I'm about to say Toadstool.
Everybody watching Toadstool.
His name is Toadsworth. I said Toadstool. Oh my god. So
isn't
Mario
it the same thing at the end of the day?
Toadsworth. No, because
yeah.
Toadstool is Peach's name, I think. Even though it's anyway,
oh right, yeah.
So Mario, Peach, and Toadsworth are on the plane, and they watching an ad about the place they're going to, Isle Delfino, and the little big thing, the Pianta or something, like Pianto, something you whatever you call it. I think it's Pianta, like almost like Pinata, but it's not. It's Pianta. So
yeah, Piana.
So it's basically, giving an ad about the wonders of it, and Mario and Toadsworth like have heart eyes. They made me laugh at the beginning. All else made me laugh because Mario, like, they said something about the seafood. Mario like, oh.
Yeah, it's like they have like those Looney Tune eyes, like just popping out almost. Yeah.
And then why they sitting having googly eyes over all the attractions and stuff.
Googly eyes.
And so Peach notices a figure in the background that looks just like Mario, and she's like, "Wait a minute, what is that?" And she trying to see what that is.
Yeah, she uses her normal voice, like, what? Right, and then she's looking at both of them, like, "Hey, did you see this?" And no one listens to her. Like, no one ever cares about what she says. This is like the perfect way, or perfect game to say like
until
macho
until the last minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed on there with her what she say until the last minute. Then when something happened, But she was trying to get their
Everything's done.
attention. She was like this, whatever.
Whatever.
And then this voice acting.
The voice acting is horrible in this
Oh
game.
my
It's so
God.
terrible. When you're a kid, play
like,
this game.
I didn't realize. Yeah, like yeah, like when you a child, you play this, you don't really pay too much attention to it. You just like, oh, they talking. But when you play it, like recently playing this game like this, oh my God, this voice acting is. Who did this?
Yeah,
What's
it's
this?
so horrible. Not just Peach's voice or Toad's voice, but every single person in this game has a bad voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bowser. Okay, that's all the way to the end. I ain't gonna talk about this to the end. But Bowser Jr.'s voice, when I heard his voice, I bust that laugh. When the part where he started trying to mimic Bowser, he was like this. What he say? He had told Mario, he said, Mario's bad. He beats up me all the time. But so I was like, why is he making his Bowser voice sound like that? I was like, no.
It was not good voice acting, and even if it was, they just did it wrong, so wrong. It's not. It's not seamless. But anyway, so yeah, basically that happens, and then they end up landing at the airport. It's called what is it called? The Isle Delfino. The Fino airstrip. The Fino airstrip.
Yeah, airstrip.
And so they go to the airstrip, right? And so once they land there, they see that there's a problem. Like there's paint everywhere, and that's basically the main part of this game. Sludge or paint or whatever it is. So basically what you have to do in this game is as soon as you get there, another cutscene happens, and Peach once again sees that Shadow Mario that you see on the little video. Afterwards, she starts to she doesn't see him anymore. He disappears, and you basically walk over to the other side of the airstrip, and you find this machine. His name is
Flood. Is it a he?
Yeah. So much enthusiasm.
I always felt like Flood was
that was a lot of
reason.
enthusiasm.
Yeah,
I don't feel like it's a she. I think it's like kind of like Wally. It's not a she. It's like almost like a he.
But I like Flood.
Flood. What does it mean? What does Flood
I don't like
mean?
it. Fluid.
Fluid. Lateral. Ultimate. Dynasty. Ding dong.
Destruction device. I'm just playing. I don't know.
Destruction device. Okay, why not? I mean, we don't know. But so basically you get this little machine that talks to you. It's basically the tutorial as well once you talk to him. And he looks at Mario. He sees he researches your body a little, and then and then it shows you how to play the game, the basics of how to use Flood, which is.
And I be tripping off how Mario be looking that whole time when Flood be analyzing him. Mario be like, "What the word is you doing?"
Yeah, looking him up and down.
He just then what?
He just checked them out so much. But yeah, so basically you get them, and you have two modes. The first two modes, which are the spraying mode, which is just like a little nozzle that shoots forward, and then the hover mode, which two nozzles come out, and it's like wings almost, and it shoots down. And if you turn, actually, you can make it have more. You could cover more ground with the water. But yeah, you could shoot water. You could aim if you press the X or Y button. And I think it's pretty simple. You can do what you can do in Mario 64, but just with that piece of equipment with Flood on your back. And you do run out of water, so you have to essentially jump in any sort of water, and then it gives it to you. I think everyone understands this game at this point. Right. You have to you have to fill it back up. So basically the first thing you do in the game is there's that piece of paint where you're about to land in the Fino airstrip, and then you basically you shoot at it, and this piranha plant thing comes out, right? Are they called piranha plants? I don't think so, right? But later in the game, there are some more of those gooey plants. Okay, sure that. But later in the game, if you go to Bianco Hills, if you go to Bianco Hills, and you shoot those same small plants, they end up becoming piranha plants. They technically are piranha plants. So yeah, like you basically you kill him. You have to wait for his mouth to open, and then hooray, you're done. After you finish that, they end up blaming you for it. Even one of the guys there's like, oh, you were the one who caused it anyway, so yeah, whatever.
And next thing you know, Mario is in jail. I'm like, what the world?
Yeah, he goes to jail. Yeah, they put him like in a dark room, and then they judge him, and Peach is like, no, and yeah, so he basically has to clean up the town. They tell him, hey, you have to clean up the town, and everyone's so rude at you at the very beginning of the game. Like if you talk to anybody, all of the Delfino people, what are they called? Delfino people?
I mean, I think the
really forgot their name.
Yeah, I think the universal name for those species of things they call Piantas.
Okay, so if you talk to the Piantas, they're really mean at you. They're like, if you talk to the police Piantas, it's like they yell at you like, keep on cleaning, and yeah. So basically, once you finish that, you start off in Delfino Plaza, and here actually. That's where basically the game starts. You Shadow Mario appears, which is later who you figure out to learn who is
the real culprit.
Bowser Jr.
Yes.
And right. And basically he tries to steal a Peach, and you basically have to follow him around, shoot him a little bit, and then he ends up painting an M on the statue, on the very front statue of the Delfino Plaza. Right, and after he paints it, you shoot it with water, and then you just go right in. That's basically how you go into levels, Bianco Hills. And then basically as you keep playing, as you get more stars, more shines. Sorry, they're called shines. I can't ever get that right. Once you get more shines,
stars.
Yeah, always stars. That's the pinnacle of Mario, you know, stars. I mean, look at Odyssey, moons, but I still call them stars at the end of the day. A moon is a star, right?
I be catching myself doing that too. A moon, is it a star? I know the sun is a star. I know the moon is.
Well, if you look at the way that in one of the dialogues go in Odyssey, when the first time you go to Yoshi's World, or not Yoshi's World, sorry, when you first go to the Mushroom Kingdom through the secret painting and Odyssey, then the hat will particularly say, oh wow, your moons look different, but they have the same purpose, and they're basically the same thing. Stars, moonshines, they're all stars. They're all shaped like stars. Anyway, so yeah, you start off in Delfino Plaza, and once you start the first level, that's when you actually play the game. But yeah, in the overworld, basically Delfino Plaza, that's how you get into all of the worlds. It's kind of like your Mushroom Kingdom in 64, or your little your little planet in Mario Galaxy 2, basically. And yeah, it's from there the levels are pretty fun, which we will, I guess, talk about some of them. I don't think we have to go over every single one, and if we do, we just kind of go by them fast. Because I don't think that's too important. But I think let's talk about the things we liked, I guess, before we... or disliked. I don't know. I think that'd be good.
But one thing I would say was I kind of felt bad for Mario at the beginning. Like I said, they just want to come have a good time and relax. But if it's in a Mario game, they can't never do that.
Right. It's like if you go to France and then they just put you in jail because they thought that you killed someone. Yeah. Or anywhere, wow. Not just particularly France. But I have to say, I like that the game had really... I know it's not the best quality, but in the quality that I was playing it in, it looked good. And the music was good. It's a beautiful and bright game. I like that. It's a beautiful and bright game.
I even borderline want to say that it was a little bit ahead of its time too, because it's kind of like this is a game that has kind of aged a lot really well, unlike the last game we talked about. Like we talked about that you don't think that ukulele will probably the Impossible Lair might not age really well.
Right.
Now this game Super Mario Sunshine has aged very well over the past. Like people still definitely want to play this now, and that's kind
But
of
I mean, some of the references
like,
are not known.
When,
I don't think a lot of people are gonna know them.
Really.
For example, what is that place called? Serena Beach. If you go to Serena Beach, the first mission or the first shine that you get is this mantra thing.
The
this thing that comes.
Yeah, the
right. And basically you have to like shoot it.
Scared the mess out of me as a kid.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. It's like a ghost.
It was kind of creepy.
But that's actually from a movie. This mantra thing actually is from a movie. I forget the name of it, and that's like. But I don't think people will notice if like, mostly because we were kids at the time. But I think now that we're adults, we can like, oh, okay, see that it was actually from a movie. So yeah, I don't think this game does age much better than others. Not as good as the best aging game on the GameCube, which is Wind Waker. Because the Wind Waker, it's meant to be colorful. It's meant to have that. What is it called? That sort of animation that they have for like the sort of style they have. Cell shaded. Yeah, cell shaded.
Yeah.
It's called cell shaded.
I was about to say watercolor. Oh my god.
Water.
No,
that is not the same thing.
No,
but that game. This game definitely has potential, and people playing it in the future. If
Nintendo released the remake, people would definitely be on it. Like hot.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that, huh? Yeah, yeah, we were talking about that. Like if they made a remake. But honestly, I don't know if I would want a remake. Like, it would look nice if they actually remade the game, like kind of like Odyssey style with the Odyssey engine. I think the game would look beautiful, like just gorgeous.
Speaking of that, somebody has made if you ever
right,
somebody made like a updated graphics Super Mario Sunshine. It looked really good. Like I haven't really seen any videos of it in a while, but from what I seen when it was first doing it, it looked amazing. Like I said,
yeah, I saw that, but we forgot to mention something. We did forget to mention one important factor. Nintendo, I think a month ago, or maybe a little bit longer than that, they posted a picture of Mario in his like swimsuit, like in his Mario Odyssey. In his Mario Sunshine costume, and he was like, just like laying down, and they put, you can enjoy the beach with Mario or something like that, and people are obviously gonna speculate that the next Sunshine remake is coming out, and I mean if they do make it, I'm not gonna be scared to buy the game. I think it's gonna be good.
I ain't turning that down.
And Pokemon Sword and Shield coming out literally next month. Oh my god, I have to get that.
Everything is
like
coming.
Always. I've always gotten every Pokemon game as they came. Besides the first ones, like I didn't get those at the first day release because obviously I was like a baby at that time. But yeah, another thing that I liked about the game this is like a small thing. It's like not even important. But when you jump inside the paintings, I like that he strikes like he keeps that same pose. I don't know if you noticed that, but that's just something small that I liked.
Okay. Well, yeah.
And once you get out of the painting, if you get once you finish a shine.
Oh yeah, no man.
Yeah, the painting, the M.
I guess you can.
It is a painting because it's like. But yeah, once you get out of it, once you finish a shine, and if you hold back and you jump, he like has this like the original Super Mario jump like a pose. So like whenever he gets in it, he looks like he's like jumping in Super Mario Bros. The first game. So I thought that was like really interesting if you do it that way. But I don't think it's official that it's supposed to be that pose. But it just looks like it. But I guess let's talk about controls and gameplay wise. So this game is kind of like it's like in between a 64, Mario 64, and a Galaxy. It's bigger. It's not as big as a Galaxy, or as big as a Galaxy, but it's bigger than 64, and it plays like 64.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it has no sort of like. It's not similar to Galaxy in gameplay wise. Besides that, they put new mechanics. But it plays similar to 64.
Yeah, but something that you complained about.
Oh right, this is the biggest thing.
Yeah, but there's something that you complained about that
off
I
camera,
didn't really have too much of a problem with. was the sensitivity issue. I didn't really have too much of an issue with it. Well, explain.
I don't know. I've never had that issue before. Look, I've never had that issue playing on a GameCube or emulator or anything before. Like never. I've never ever had this issue with this game. And let me tell you, I've played this game like a million times, and I've tested this game like just on different emulators or on GameCube a long time ago, like many times, just to like play like the first half of the game or to just beat the game, like just the whole thing. And I've never had that issue, which made this game really tedious for me this time around. The controls were just way too sensitive.
Way too,
now, it does exactly what you want it to do, but that's not really good if you're like just trying to play the game and enjoy it. But if you're like a speedrunner or something, I could understand why you would want this, because like the controls are so spot on. But I think they're like a little bit too much. I don't know if that was my controller or if it was like my settings. I just really don't know. And actually that bothered me throughout the whole game. That's why I finished it as slow as I did.
But this is where I had to say it, because I didn't feel like that. But I don't want to say it so extra like that. I said this so extra. But I didn't have that same. Yeah, I didn't have that same experience with it. It was like, it felt like it was like a little more jerky. Whereas like if you tap your thing to go to this, tap to the left to go to the left, he was like zoom to the left. Like maybe a tad bit, but I didn't really feel, it's janky. And y'all, janky is a word, I think. Janky is a word, so I can say janky.
I hope it is, now that you said it on here.
Yes. I mean, I know y'all gonna understand what I said, the audience. So, yes, like I said, so janky.
Well, it wasn't bad. It was just like, it was just too sensitive. And not just that, but the camera is also inverted. So it's... I don't know if this was the same case in Mario 64, but in Mario 64, I feel it's a million times easier to work with the camera. In Odyssey, a billion times easier to work with the camera. This game, I know it's a GameCube game, but still, it's a Mario game. They should have decent camera controls. But yeah, the camera controls were inverted. It was kind of a put off, but you get used to it, so it's not that horrible. But that's essentially what I have to say for.
At least, like it may be a little annoying at some points, but at least when it's all said and done, you mostly can get to where you're going, or mostly can do what you have to do, even though it may take a few tries because of how sometimes it can be kind of like that. But you will eventually, when you get used to, you will get to where you're going. And you'll die a lot, but you'll get used to it. Something. Yeah, basically. You'll get used to seeing Mario saying, "Wow."
Did you get a lot of game overs? I sure did.
Yes, especially on the ones where I had to go to the secret place, the secret ones where you had to go into like a place where he gets to.
That's where it was weird. Like
where Shadow Mario steals your
we haven't talked about this.
This game. This game kind of mess with your brain some, because first of all, unlike Mario 64, this game wants to give you the flood, and so you sometimes you
get used to the flood helping you out, and
you will hover, and then all of a sudden Shadow Mario just comes and steals your thing, and you back to me and
just regular old Mario,
and you like, hold up.
Yeah, but I actually those are my favorite parts in the game, since I was a little kid.
Old Mario.
Yeah, because I feel like you don't need
and
it.
I love the music,
but at the same time, because my controls were just so janky, like you said, I didn't enjoy it as much as I did the last time I played it. Like honestly, the whole game was just a letdown just because of those controls. Now, I'm not gonna say it was the game itself. Maybe it was my settings or something, but whenever I play any game, even when it comes to any GameCube game, that doesn't happen. I play Mario Kart, and it's not that sensitive. It's only that game. Maybe I don't know. It was just not as fun as it could have been, I feel. And it's not the nostalgia speaking, because I've played this game like many, many times. We're not talking about just one time in the last few years. I've played it like a few times in the last few years, and So it doesn't make sense to me that the controls were like this, or maybe I'm remembering wrong.
And that is something that you mentioned to me. And I was like, it made me like kind of think too. But like this is pretty much probably the second time since I played in a while, in a few years. Cause
I've played it a lot. Since I test a lot of stuff on emulator sometimes, and yeah. Like I've played it quite a bit of times, so it's not like I don't know. It was just weird. But we didn't even talk about the story.
But I wish I had me an original game for you to play, because I actually still have my original copy of the game. Like I still have a lot of my GameCube games. I still have like pretty much a lot of them, and I don't have anything like my Wii. My Wii, I still have. I think my Wii still kind of works. It's in storage though. I have my Wii in storage. I could have played, and I think I still have my memory cards attached to that Wii too. No.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to mine.
Out of there. No, hold up now.
I remember my GameCube had like the Super. I had an original Super Smash like special sticker thing that you put around the whole GameCube, and it was pretty cool. Like you know that like picture where all of the characters are looking like to the left, but they're all in the same, like the 3D models are all in the same scene and they're looking to the left. Yeah, that's basically what was around my GameCube. It was pretty cool. It was like a special plastic. It wasn't like normal plastic, and it was awesome. It was really cool.
I would have loved that. Yeah, I would have loved that.
Yeah, I was so happy when I had that. Like, I was just the happiest little boy at that time. But yeah, so the story overall, guys, just because we didn't actually talk about the whole story. Basically, Shadow Mario in around the fourth world in Piano Park. Is it that one? Piano Park? Where it happens? Or Pina Park? In Pina Park. In Pina Park, basically you see Shadow Mario. Actually, I like that one. That was one of my favorite ones. But Pina Park, you basically have Shadow Mario stealing Peach again, and basically at this point, she you have to do this like boss fight where you get inside like a Bowser Jr. or a Bowser, and he shoots fire. But you're on this like roller coaster thing, and he's shooting bullet bills. Right, and you have to like be shooting the bullet bills and like shooting some rockets at the Bowser. It's just, yeah, it's a good old time. It's a good old time. Although once you hit him, that's where you find out it's Bowser Jr.
Oh yeah, that's part where I bust out.
Funny Bowser.
When Bowser Jr. that one was asking, I said, "Oh no!" And then Peach made me bust out laugh too, because the way she said it, she was like, Mama Peach, I'm your mama.
I'm your mama.
Yeah, that's what she was like, I said, girl. She said, I'm your
mama.
I was like,
I feel like that's like some Jerry Springer shit right there. Just, I'm your mom.
She was like, huh? She was so confused. And she was like, oh, you're Bowser's son.
Oh like, yeah, with that voice. I had like
trying to say that you might have. Yeah, because she didn't deny it. So I was like, hold on, Peach. Is you trying to say that girl? I hope you didn't ask to do nothing with no doggone turtle, man, girl.
How is she not sure that it's not her child? Like, she would know if it's not her child.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah. If it was like a rare, you would have been like, ow.
Unless the Peach and Bowser theories are correct, where like Peach always gets taken because she wants to, you know. So that's the only explanation there is. If she lets herself get taken that much time, you know, she's like Bowser's that second. What would they call them? Second bitches, or yeah, but yeah, basically,
right there.
Yeah, I mean, so we know she's hiding something. That's a theory for another day, though.
Because if I was Peach, I would have been like this. Yo, mama, I ain't your mama. Are you a Peach?
I ain't your mama.
Yes, I would have been like,
yeah, they're completely different. Like they don't look anything alike. She's human, or I think she is, and Bowser's a turtle, like a big old mean turtle. But
a fire-breathing looking turtle.
But yes, a fire-breathing turtle, exactly. So yeah, that's basically what happens in the story. He thinks that she's his mom, and yeah, that's basically, he thinks that Mario is the bad guy trying to take his mom away, which is pretty sad because at the end of the game, you figure out that like he gets sad. But anyways, how about we talk about some of the stages or some of the worlds? And
yes, of course. So we can start with, we've already like going through Delfino Plaza, that you can basically get to everywhere from Delfino Plaza, which is just your,
so there are seven places in the game that you can go to. Bianco Hills, Rico
Harbor, we'll take turn. Okay, so like you said, I'm gonna start off Bianco Hills,
Rico Harbor,
next Gelato Beach,
Gelato,
yeah,
Pina Park,
Serena Beach,
Noki Bay,
Pianta Village, and the last one is the
Corona
volcano
Mountain. Corona, like the beer.
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna say that. I said when I first heard Flood say that, Flood was like, "Did I see that
Corona Mountain?" I'm like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I was like, "They got beer over there?" Because after Bowser Jr. had took Peach and they ran over there to the thing.
To the mountain.
I think they went to Corona Mountain. Corona
I
Mountain.
can't his voice. I forgot his voice is so dumb.
That's how you say
Oh god.
Corona Mountain. it was kind of cute. Corona Mountain.
Oh god.
This
game is so corny. It's so corny.
It's
But
the voice acting. Yeah, the voice acting.
But let us tell you.
Let
us tell you that in every single world there are 8 stars per each place, and that's not counting the special 100 coin star. Now I guess guess for each one we could talk a little bit about them. But how many stars did you finish off with?
Well, I got a lot of. I got about 100 and let me see where I ended up. I just got done finishing this morning. I left off from like about 108 stars. I did not know it was 120 stars in here. It must have been a lot more hidden stars that I didn't see because I pretty much I did the 100 coin stars. I went back and did the red coin stars. I went back and did after I finished the secret courses. I went back into the secret courses and I did
done all of them.
Red coin stars.
I actually had 110.
Okay. So
but technically I had 105, but it's 110 because I had like 50 more blue coins that I didn't put in there. So there's some blue stars, blue coins that you get, and with 10 each 10 coins is 1 star. And
I had so many blue coins. Oh my god, I got some.
I had a ton of blue coins.
Because I ain't gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie about that. When I was a kid, I was like, I always wondered what them blue coins were for. Then when I found out, I remember one of my cousins telling me what them blue coins were for, and I was like, oh, what they for?
Yeah, so they give you that.
What is these blue coins for?
And there's 77. Once again, 11. No, actually, there's 11 stars for each level. I got all the 77 main story stars. I got 2 of the airstrip ones. I got most of the 100 coin shines, most of the blue coin ones, and so the secret stars. I guess those are the ones I guess I missed. But that's 110 stars.
Why we can't really say too much on the levels because they pretty much all was basically, especially when you get to, like you have your main levels where it's like a problem in the area. Then you have your secret areas. And then you have your red coin level thing. It's pretty much basically like what they was. Like you had your main little problem. Yeah, like
in Bianco Hills. I mean, the game is all revolved around paint. So like, that's basically you have to clean up the paint that's around. So like in the first level of Bianco Hills, like you have to first clean up. What do you have to do? You have to go at the top of the.
Yeah,
what is the first mission? Like the very first one. PD Plant was the second one, right? Or is it the first?
Yeah, that was the second joint. The first part that you have to go.
I don't remember. It had to do with you going up. I don't remember. I think it was red coins. No, it can't be.
No, it wasn't. No. Oh, you had to go. You had to go to the big windmill. I remember that. You had to go to the big windmill.
Oh yeah, in the middle. There's no.
I just pulled up my notes. Yeah, it was. You had to go to the windmill. That's what it was called.
Piranha. That's the third one. When you get all the coins. You get.
Not well. The first one was actually you're supposed to go up to the windmill. That's what it was called. I had wrote that down. It was called Road to the Big Windmill.
Right. Oh, okay, yeah.
And,
but I thought it didn't spawn in that little hole inside the windmill piece. There's a little hole. I thought that was like the third or fourth mission, but maybe I'm wrong. But anyways, basically,
but you do have to go back that way for.
Eventually, the Peter Piranha thing.
Yeah, you had to.
Yeah. So basically, guys, all of them have different things. For example, at the start of the game. You have like a certain way that the map looks, and then sometimes they change it around. Maybe they don't let one place it's inaccessible. Yeah, the NPCs they're placed in different positions. They always have different dialogue. They always say something different.
It almost reminded me. But yeah. I'm sorry, I just threw you off. I just threw myself off.
No. I was just waiting for you to say something. But yeah, with every level and each shine that you get, everything changes. And I don't know. I love that sort of thing in games. I think it's so cool.
Yeah. And see, that aspect reminds me of the game that we just played, where like you have.
And ukulele in the Impossible Lair, it completely changes it. But it's not to the level of ukulele.
It's not a drastic
it's
change.
Completely the mechanics. Yeah, but it looks different. There's different dialogue. Actually, that's not true. If we're gonna be technical about this, then if we look at Piano Village. That one does change, like from the fire to.
That one do change because first you go. I think the first mission you go on there, like you have to. It's at nighttime and you have to. It's like fire sludge all around. You have to calm the chain chomps down, and you have to defeat. And then the next one is daytime, and you just. That one do kind of change a lot compared to.
And Noki Bay also has that like dirty stuff as well.
That was
remember?
Like that was my favorite. That was like one of my favorite ones.
That one was actually pretty fun, like and you shoot these little squares, and the wall moves. Yeah, that was really nice.
Mm-hmm. I liked it. That was like one of my favorite ones, and I love the music to it too. Like I like how this game had a lot of like Delfino Plaza is your main source of. Like, and then like a lot of the different levels, they were just like basically remixes. Like Rico Harbor was just like a straight up remix, almost like a straight up revision of Delfino Plaza. And then another one, Bianco Hills kind of sounded like Delfino Plaza too. And then I think a lot of them sound like I think Peanut Park had his own music. Noki Bay had his own music, which I liked a lot. It was like
all the music is good.
I think even some. Yeah, I love all of it.
But I think just my favorite is Delfino Plaza though. I like that's my pick for this game. It's just too catchy.
That's your main one. I like I probably like now I like Delfino Plaza, but I probably do like Rico Harbor. I like how Rico Harbor is like kind of more like a little more jazzed up. I like how that sounds. Like
it's also nice.
I remember in Brawl I remember in Brawl I think I had
put choose that one
Rico Harbor to play more than
on the Sunshine stage.
Yeah, I had put the thing. Yeah, I picked the Rico Harbor to play more than Delfino Plaza.
Yeah.
In Brawl, but in the other games, I think I just pretty much left it alone. But I remember, and specifically in Brawl, I had put Rico Harbor to play more on the stage than
the other one. Right.
But and then I did notice that I think Gelato Beach is the only one that had a remix of Delfino Plaza. I think the other beaches didn't even have that. They didn't even have like a Delfino Plaza. I think Gelato Beach was the only one that had like a beach type remix of Delfino Plaza. The rest of them was just like normal music.
Yeah, I think the music in this game is pretty fantastic. And just I think a lot of people though were a little bit. Yeah, go ahead.
And y'all know y'all can't go nowhere without hearing a snippet of me singing on the thing. Okay, so y'all know Noki Bay. You know the one that was like,
oh god.
I loved it.
No one's gonna recognize what you just did right now.
Yeah, they're not gonna know. Y'all not gonna know that Noki Bay song.
People recognize the one I did a second ago.
Oh yeah. But
that's a catch. That's a catchy beat.
But I really wish that Noki Bay it would have kept the purple water because the purple water was kind of pretty, but it was dirty. But I like kind of purple water.
It was dirty. Yeah, it was dirty.
It would have been the natural color.
I wish they would have
the color was pretty though. Like for some dirty water, it was pretty. Like it didn't look too poison. It didn't look poison. It was
actually
pretty.
You know what's cool? If you could, you can swim in it, right? But you have to swim in like the edge of it, kind of not too much in the edge, but like in the shallow part. You could actually get water, and sometimes I would fall from the very top, and I'd fall in that part, and I wouldn't get hurt because when you get in it, you start to get hurt, but quickly. Any single time you fall in dirty water or like black sludge in this game, because in the second level, you end up, there's a lot of black sludge on some of the parts of the level, and if you fall in it, you better know you have to run out of that fast because like you're gonna die if you stay in it like 5 seconds. And so if you're in Noki Bay, then you'll see that like you could actually be in the water in some parts. But yeah, it's interesting.
Man,
but anyways, so Bianco Hills, that's what it's about. The second level, Rico Harbor, it basically it's like another version of actually no, it's not another version of another one. That's very different. Basically this one, you're like there are some cruise ships. You're like on it's kind of like a dock setting, and it's a really nice level. Like I think your Bianco Hill is like your default first Mario kind of levels, and then Rico Harbor is like that fun sunshiny kind of level, which has I don't know. I like Rico Harbor much more than Bianco Hills, but I liked how big and open Bianco Hills was compared to Rico Harbor. I could say that.
Like, you know,
although I didn't like how it, like the little girders were so small. So when you're walking on the girders on like the top part, you fall down so fast. You don't understand how much I was falling in this game. Oh no. Problems. But besides that, I like the second or third star, which like you had to drive not drive. You had to ride a blooper. That's their name, bloopers.
Yeah, I like it.
You have to drive a blooper.
And
it's funny how there was a guy who was talking crap about another guy, like, oh, there's a guy who likes to ride bloopers. I mean, not just tame them, but ride them. And I'm like, dude, stop talking crap. But if the only thing I didn't like is that if you crash, it killed you 100%. I wish it would just knock you off and then you can come back and get it. But no, you're dead if you get on it and you crash.
Yeah. So, this game wanted you to be extra precise. And then this little music. Every time they played, it was something you had to do a race or you had to do something fast. Like this little music was like.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I said this music. It's like the music actually started to get on my nerves. The music actually started to get on my nerves. How much I had to hear. It actually started to get on my nerves. Like that's how much I heard it.
Actually, to me, it wasn't that memorable. Like it wasn't like. Yeah, I didn't really recognize that song too much.
Because as much as I died, it was like I said, that music got on my nerves.
I mean, I died a lot too, but like it wasn't that bad. But yeah, I think at this point they all have their own little mechanics that are pretty cool. Bianco Hills once again is that open world kind of stage. Rico Harbor is like and like next to the. Mm-hmm.
I was say, and the boss of Bianco Hill was of course Peter Verona, which showed up twice.
You have to fight him twice, and you have to fight every boss twice.
Yeah, basically. Oh, but not the Rico Harbor one. I think you had to fight Goober Blooper. What's his name? Yeah, Goober. You
twice.
Had to fight Goober Blooper.
Yeah, you fight him twice.
Because
3 times. Yeah.
Well, you fight him twice in Rico Harbor, but then you fight him again in Noki Bay for some odd reason. He appears again as one of the things that's causing some issues, and you had to fight. I was like, what is he doing in Noki Bay? Like, why are you here? I don't understand. That's what I'm like. He just want to get on your nerves. And then, and the only thing, it was kind of tedious because I'm like, Goober, he does the same thing like in every boss fight. Like, he does the same thing in the first one. You had to do the same thing to defeat him.
But it looks so gruesome whenever you basically this boss fight plays out this way. He like hits you with, he either slaps you with his tentacles, or he's gonna like spin dash, or not spin dash, sorry. He's gonna like spin around like Link when he does his spin thing. And he looks like a helicopter. Anyways, so if you shoot him in the face with water, then he's gonna he's gonna snap at you with his tentacles. He snaps at you, and you have to jump on his tentacles. Once they're like smushed, you basically like pull them. But it looks painful. It doesn't look like a video game or like a cartoon. It looks like he's pulling it, and as soon as he pulls it out, they start to like flail everywhere, like blah, 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 blah. And like it looks like he's in pain. Like I honestly feel like that's some like animal abuse right there. That's just horrible.
And then especially the part where Mario started pulling his little whatever it is in the middle, and he started because
his lips. He's got them ESLs.
We not finna go with what that mean, y'all. I just had to figure that out. So we just gonna leave y'all to that. So
yeah, you have to take out a little thing from his mouth, like a little, what is it called?
It looks like a suction cup or something. I mean, like a like one of them plugs.
The thing he has, it's like a little plug. It's like the thing that's inside the like in wine.
Yeah,
that little
piece. A little And so I did kind of feel kind of bad for him because at first he was like, "Oh, what is he?" Then he started making that little sound when Mario started pulling further away. He was like, "Oh." I was like, "Oh shoot."
And then he's so extra. Whenever you like pull him the last time, it like you like pull his lips and you like let it go, and he like goes flying like 100 feet in the air. But poor guy, I don't know. That's a poor guy. Yeah, that's basically how it goes. But that's how it goes in all of the levels. Basically, there's a boss or there's something you have to do, find the stars, get enough coins. But I don't know. Besides that, I don't think there was too many interesting things. Besides like Yoshi, I liked Yoshi, and I liked how you can get the.
Oh yeah, I love. How could I forget? But it's not about the Yoshis, but how you have to bring them the correct fruit, and then you can go spray juice on stuff like I don't like the water, but the juice has.
It looked like honey,
yeah. Honey.
Did you shoot the butterfly, not the butterfly, the honeycombs, the hives?
I have to.
Yeah, if you shoot them down with Yoshi, and look, I'm gonna give you a tip. If you do that with Yoshi, if you shoot the hives down, there's like 100 bees that come out and they run after you. If you like short hop back behind you, and you keep eating them, a bunch of coins will come out, and eventually a blue coin comes out. So it's if you, I don't know, I don't think you got those coins then if you didn't know about it, but yeah, those exist in a few different maps that have the hive. But besides that, besides Yoshi, which is fun to use, you can also get the turbo nozzle and what else?
The rocket nozzle.
Rocket nozzle. There you go. I honestly like the rocket nozzle a lot, and don't get me wrong, I love the turbo nozzle. It's like you look like frickin' Sonic when you're running through the water, or like Dash from the Impossibles, or the, how are they called, the Invincibles, the movie.
Incredibles food. Oh my god, the Impossible. I had to realize what you were talking about for a minute. Oh my god, the Impossible and the Invisible.
I said Dash. I did not say Invincible. I said the Impossibles.
You said the Impossibles. You said the Impossible or the Invisibles or something. I said what?
I said Invincibles, not Invisible. Invisible's
a
whole different. But the girl is invisible. She can turn invisible, so that's not so.
What was her name?
I said Dash, so you should have understood. Everyone knows Dash.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, you look like Dash. You just run through the water. But honestly, the turbo for me was, the rocket nozzle was the most used one for myself, and I'll tell you where in a bit. But is there anything else that we want to go over in these levels, or do you want to go straight to the last one? Because I think we already talked about the mechanics,
Well, yeah. I guess since we ahead, I guess we go ahead and go over all the different, bosses and stuff. Well, obviously, and do you remember who the boss was in Gelato Beach?
Gelato Beach. Who was it? Gelato Beach.
It was the Wriggler.
I don't remember. Yeah, the Wriggler. Yeah, definitely.
And you had to actually do a number of things in Gelato Beach. You had to get them little.
You have to get on the mirrors. These things on the sunlight things.
They doing too much.
Well, honestly, I don't even remember the bosses too much. Like they didn't have a very strong impression. Before I had a stronger impression of the game, but now it's like I just feel it's not. I don't know. It doesn't live up to the expectations that I felt, and I'm not like using my nostalgia goggles either. I'm trying to give it a clear view. So, but the game, I don't know. It just didn't have that pizzazz. Like whenever I play a game like, I don't know, like Galaxy or 64, I always like look forward to playing it. And this one I also did, but I don't know. I just did not feel it with this one this time. Maybe it was just the time I played it, or because of the controls, because it really ruined my time when I was playing the game like that. I guess besides that.
Yeah, I hate to hear
but
that.
I guess it's fine. I guess I'll just talk about other little random things, like for example the balloon mission and the piano part. That was kind of hard, but I liked how I was hitting 2 balloons at the same time, so that was pretty cool. And the hidden grass level. I don't know if you found that one, the grass level.
How many? The hidden grass level. On what?
There was it had like 8 red coins. It was like a hidden grass level. I don't know if it was. You find it through Delfino Plaza, like the secret war pipe, and maybe you don't know all of them because I didn't find all of the hidden ones, but there's a few of them.
I found a lot of hidden. I think I got to all the hidden areas for this game.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. But I guess let's talk about the last level, and then I guess we can finish it off here because I don't. Yeah.
But it was only because
go on, say.
I remember. It was only because I pretty much remembered a lot from back then. But and then you can't miss other details. Like I know you haven't since you don't remember a lot, but since I do, I'll talk about some of the details real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Before we get to the last part. So you had another. You had somebody who considered themselves a rival to you. It was I don't even think he was a Pianta, but he tried to disguise himself as a Pianta. But he was real skinny, like, and he had like a Pianta mask over his head, and he had like.
Do you remember his name?
He called himself Piantissimo.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know, he's from Ocarina of Time, and he's from Ocarina of Time.
Is he really?
That?
I don't remember.
He's the same guy who runs. Wow, I can't believe you didn't know that. That's look at the model. Go to Google right now and look up the model, and you'll see that the same model under his mask is the same guy, literally the same model from the 64 Ocarina of Time. The same guy that runs in Gerudo, like close to Gerudo Valley. In the tent.
So basically
it's the same model, the same guy.
So basically, he didn't came to. He want to sit and challenge Mario
to the finale. Yeah. He's literally the same guy, and he runs. So it's like the same. It's like the same guy, but he goes into different worlds, I guess. That's interesting though. Like, but that's like old information though. Like, I don't know how you didn't know that, to be honest.
Yeah, I see somebody say it resembles the face of the running man of the. Okay.
You see it, right? Like, you see the model.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's some I didn't really pay too much attention to. Okay then. And of course, I gotta talk about some. I gotta at least finish the. I gotta talk about my last little crazy area. So I think the craziest area to me was probably not craziest, but I think the weirdest area for me was probably Serena Beach. Because first of all, you have the doggone the little thing, thing you gotta fight at the beginning, and then the hotel just pops out of nowhere, and then you find out the hotel is haunted by booze and stuff. So you had to. To find out that thing kind of annoyed me at the beginning though, because I had to find out the puzzle of the hotel. You had to, and I remember I had read this this piano was jumping because I had came into the room, when I was trying, and she was like, get out. I said, girl, calm down, I'm trying to find me a puzzle, child, shut up. She's like, get out my room. I said, girl, it's gonna be all right. I'm about to get out. Just let me find something. And then I like the I think it was King Boo. I think that's what it was called, the King Boo, for the boss battle.
Yeah.
And he didn't like the red hot chili peppers.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
His mouth. I said, that was fun. That was a pretty memorable boss fight. Like you right though. Some of the boss fights were not memorable. And then some of the things that did happen were not memorable. But there's another thing I remember. Like, I'm talking about this. Oh yeah, where you had to. We were just talking about Noki Bay a while ago, where you had to go where you finally cured the water. You had to go and clean the eel's teeth.
Oh yeah. I forgot all about that. But yeah, that did happen.
And it was just like, and then it was like. It was a red cornfish. I forgot which area it was in. It was one of the water areas. I think it may have been Noki Bay. The red cornfish, where it was like a fish that was swimming with corns and red corns. That was kind of cool too. And then and then one last thing I think I can remember is what area was it in? Not the eel. I just said the eel.
Yeah.
Dog. Not the eel. Just did I lost track. I lost it that quick.
Yeah,
about the eel.
You derailed off the conversation. Okay, so
I don't.
Yeah, I think there's bits and there's bits of the games where they're more memorable than others. Like for example,
it's definitely that.
But I don't think this game, honestly, if I had to say, I would rather play 64 or Galaxy, to be honest. I think those games just have more character to it.
I mean, well, I don't think now from my opinion, I don't think that character is an issue in this game, but I do think
No, I'm not saying characters. I'm just saying the character of it.
No. That's what I'm saying. I ain't talking about the people. I'm not talking about the character. I ain't talking about the people. I'm talking about
But the character itself.
I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think that's an issue in the game to me. I just think that
it was seamless. Like the world does seem close. I mean, the world, it does seem believable because like. Even if you like go to one area, you could see all the other areas. Like you could always see the volcano from any area you're at. You could always see like if you're in this mission, like let's just say Gelato Beach, right? If you're in Gelato Beach, you could maybe see part of Rico Harbor or Pina Park's you could see some of the tower, or you could see the part of the Fino Plaza through Corona Mountain. It's like these little things make the world look and come together really well. That's what actually what people praise about this game the most, is that it actually feels like it's all together, rather than just pick a level and next, like kind of like Galaxy, or the first Galaxy game at least, or kind of like 64.
Yeah, the first Galaxy game was,
but this game is pretty solid. But I just feel it didn't have enough character in the form that it's like, it did have all of those like cool, unique things that the other games don't have, like 64. But I mean character as in like, it does focus on it, but I feel like they didn't focus 100% on it. Or like the story would be more fleshed out. I feel like the story is not so fleshed out. The gameplay and how every NPC is placed is good and what they talk about, but like the rest, like the main story, it's not really, doesn't feel like it's so fleshed out.
I mean,
like
I will agree with you on that, but it don't seem like it's it don't seem like it's all the way explained. It just sounds like you just see because like all. The Bowser Jr. does tell you where he gets the paint device from, and he says a strange old white-haired man, and we all know who that is. If you play
strange old white man,
white-haired man, and we all know who that is. If you when some of us might not know who he is, but we all know that is the longtime Mario character, or first of appearing in Luigi's Mansion, Professor Egad. We all know who that is. And then that's also where Flood comes from. I'm like, Egad.
He made him.
But Egad doesn't make an appearance himself. Like, his little devices make an appearance, but where is he at? Like, he don't even make an appearance in the game at all. All his little devices do. And then another thing, but Bowser Jr. kind of explains it, but there's still no real purpose as to why he has a paintbrush or any of that, or like,
right. People have made theories like Dr. Egad's or Professor Egad's like the a bad guy. He's just trying an experiment, or maybe because like, why would he make something that causes other people to suffer? But in reality, he didn't. I think if we were to be real,
maybe it was the way
Bowser Jr. Honestly, at first, I think Bowser Jr. honestly thought that his mother was stolen. But at the end of the game, he mentions, "Oh yeah, I know she's not my mom," and Bowser's like all sad.
Yeah,
it's really sad part in the game.
Like you kind of feel some kind, because Bowser, you don't even really get to fight Bowser at all most of the time. You don't even really get to see much of him at all.
The only time you see him is at the end
of the game. Yeah, like you don't really see much of Bowser at all, and that's kind of like that's kind of weird. And then again, it's like Bowser just has Bowser Jr. doing all his dirty work for this, or he just having, or he either doing something with Peach. I don't know. He either doing, because you don't see too much of Peach besides on Bowser Jr. So either he just focusing on doing.
But Peach is like never, like Peach is not ever actually in danger in this game. Like never. She's always being protected by someone.
Like a scene.
They're not threatening her, and she's like most of the time she's in Delfino Plaza. All you have to do is just clean it and then make your way home after.
Yeah, but this game, but I will say, like, this game did feel like a little more simplistic than Super Mario 64, and that's supposed to be
right. So even though 64 didn't actually have a story, it's just save Peach, done. Yeah, like, okay.
64 was just. It was just 64 was almost the same
so
thing.
This game did 64 did. I mean, Sunshine did improve on the story, but I just feel like 64 knew it was a simple game, and they just left that at that. Mm-hmm. And for the player to make up what happens, and the world's, I think, told that. But Sunshine, it was like, oh, we need to have a story, but it's kind of half-assed, and it's not really that good, It's like, and I don't know why they made Bowser Jr. the protagonist, or not protagonist, the antagonist in this game. It's just, I don't know. I feel like, they could have done better if they even put like someone else. The story was about
because it was almost like
his mom, but still.
Yeah, because like I stated earlier, it was almost like Bowser was having Bowser Jr. to do his dirty work for something. I was like, Bowser.
I think in Galaxy, they set it up much better, and I mean, Bowser Jr. ends up coming out in Mario Galaxy 2. I know he comes out in the first one, right? I think he does. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think let's just say the second game.
I just know one of them has where you fight Bowser a few times.
I know he's on the second game, but I don't know if he's in the first. Right, and you get to, like, he's like a little boss, like a mini boss, and I think that's a good way to set him up, but not as like the main boss. And yeah, you do fight Bowser at the end. That's the main boss, but still, it's like.
But you just like, why, like, huh? Like you just like, and then I ain't gonna lie, it may be kind of far stretched, but Bowser Jr. in this game kind of reminds me of like not really. That's why I say it's kind of far stretched, but Bowser Jr. kind of reminds me of Junior Trooper from Paper Mario from the first movie. Like Junior Trooper just keep coming out of nowhere. It's like Bowser not really come out of nowhere. Then again, he kind of is. Every time he appears, Shadow Mario, he appears at the stupidest times. You be like this, like you just see where it says something, like on the level it says something about Shadow Mario appears in this level.
Yeah, it's very comical. It's very comical.
And then it's almost like it's almost like he reminds me of Junior Trooper. Like where he keeps on trying and keep on trying. I like the Junior Trooper though.
But there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's meant to do that. Like that was what they were making us, the players, wanting to feel like, oh, he's back. When you want the turbo, the turbo nozzle, oh, he's there. And then you have to go catch him. Oh, the Yoshi egg. Oh, he's got the Yoshi egg. Oh, the rocket nozzle, etc. So yeah, I think at the end of the day, that's what the game was meant to be. But anyways, I think we should already start going for the last level because I think we gone long enough with this game. So the last level, obviously, what was it, Taurus?
It was Corona Mountain.
Yep, Corona Mountain. It's best with some lemon and some salt, right?
Oh God! And so you had to basically just make your way.
Kids don't drink, okay? Kids don't drink.
And if you is at the age,
only with moderation. When you're 21 in the U.S. If you're anywhere else, 18. It's fine. It's okay. But anyways, so yeah, basically this is simple. Honestly, for me this is the easiest level. I don't know if it was for you. For me, it was the easiest. I don't know why I didn't mention this from the beginning of the podcast, but this game, I've watched people do speedruns of this game like a million times, just like Mario 64, and I already knew how to do. I remembered these parts of, like, I don't know why I remembered this part in particular, and I beat the volcano place really easily. Like the patterns were not so hard to reveal, and the spikes in the fire, it's like, when they're gonna come out, they always give you a sign or a signal that they're gonna come out. So I thought it was for me it was easy. How about you?
It wasn't as hard it wasn't as hard as,
or did you die a million times there?
No, I actually did. It wasn't as hard as like at first. I ain't gonna lie. At first, I was down a few times, but once I finally got the rhythm, I was like, okay, because it wasn't as bad as some people would think for a last level. But it was pretty good. And then the boss. Then what you say?
I said a yawn.
What? Yeah.
You didn't get your nap, huh?
No, I didn't get my baby sleep.
Coming back from church, and straight for the podcast.
Yep.
But anyways, the last thing after the volcano. Yep. But the last thing after the volcano is Bowser. He's inside a soup, and you have to kill him in a soup. He's inside a soup. He's a soup. He is literally the soup. He's in the soup. And actually, to be honest, I passed this in like less than a minute. I don't know about you, but I literally beat the boss in under a minute because I remembered that you could use the rocket nozzle, and this I don't know if this is considered like a speedrun tactic, but if you like, how you can jump, like throw yourself, dive If you dive but you already healed the rocket nozzle at the perfect time, it won't just shoot you up. It'll shoot you like not literally like to the left or right, but it'll like shoot you like as a cross, like bottom left to bottom to top right. And so it literally launches you over the because once you smash the things, there's like 4 or 5 of them that you have to ground pound, right? You have to use the rocket nozzle and then ground pound it, and then he's gonna go like roar, and then like the soup is gonna go everywhere, or chowder, or whatever you want to, oatmeal, whatever you want to call it. So once you ground pound it, it starts to go everywhere, and then you use the rocket nozzle and you do that like little dive that I told you about, and he just like flies away into the other part where you're supposed to ground pound. You ground pound again, and then boom, it happens again. The chowder is going everywhere. The milk and the cereal are just flailing around all over the place, and then you do it again 4 or 5 times and done. Literally 1 minute. Like, it's so, if you know how to do it the way I did it, then it's like I guess the speedrun way to do it. I don't know if it's like legit supposed to be plain normal way, but I did it this way.
Yeah, I mean, I use the rocket launcher too, though. So, hey, it is what it is.
The rocket launcher.
We beat the. Yeah, baby. I mean, yeah.
The RPG.
I mean, yeah. No.
The rocket nozzle. You
Yeah,
said the
rocket
launcher.
Jesus. This is not Fortnite or any game like. Ooh, speaking of Fortnite, I'm not gonna say that about Fortnite. Okay, anyway, so yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, Toron.
This was
Toron.
How much did I tell you that's not my name? I told you that in the last podcast, Super Sunshine, that's not my name. So don't get it twisted.
And therefore, everyone's gonna still call you the same thing.
No,
everyone's gonna call you that from now on.
So yeah, we have enjoyed. So we have went over Super Sunshine. It was pretty simple. Now I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot, just like I used to. Now I really do hope they decide to do a remake or something one day, or maybe do a sequel to it, or maybe not. But
next year,
I just hope that. But I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed. I'm gonna also keep my fingers crossed for Nintendo. I hope they stop playing and just go ahead and do a Switch Pro or something, because PS4 and I mean, because Sony and Microsoft is about to blow them out the water with their new little systems. So I hope they try.
No, they're already blown out the water. Like they're like,
I mean,
already ahead. I mean, but they not by a million times.
They not as bad off right now though, because
they are. Think about it. Like PlayStation, I mean Sony and Microsoft are literally, they've been doing what, like semi, not, it's like pseudo 4K for their normal systems, and then like it was like kind of real 4K once the Pro came out and the S came out. Literally, it's a million times more diverse and stronger than the Switch. Now, I'm not hating on the Switch. I love the Switch, but it's just like underwhelming. Too underwhelming. It's literally, yeah. It's not gonna have a player base like if this keeps going on, because like it's gonna be too weak to play. Like
especially if they want third party games, like all people gonna do just buy third party games on other systems, especially if they already have.
Right, that's systems. What I'm doing. Like I already told you. Yeah, like that's what happened to me.
Yeah, you did. Mm-hmm.
Like right now I'm playing everything on my PC. Like Nintendo, that I could play on.
Like he started playing Fortnite on his PC, y'all. He don't get on his Switch no more. He on his Switch, but to play like certain games, like he don't even get to play Fortnite on his Switch no more. And I even played Fortnite on my PC too yesterday a little bit. Anyway, that's not the point.
And even then, like let's just say you have emulators nowadays, right? So even like with emulators, because emulators are not bad, but just like getting the torrent itself is kind of bad. But if you own the game and if you were to dump it, then you could, it's your game, you know? Yeah, so you could technically play your game on an emulator, and you could size it up to 4K. Yeah. Right, yeah. and you get it, and you could upscale it to 4K, or you know, whatever resolution you want, and therefore you got a much better looking game. I mean, people are doing that now. They dump their own, like let's just say Let's Go Eevee or Let's Go Pikachu. They dump the game into the emulator, and then they play the game in 4K, and the game honestly looks like what a real actual generation game should look like a real console game. I mean, the new game does not look horrible. Obviously, it still looks nice, but the game models and all of that are still not the best. But if you play it in a higher quality, it makes a difference. It does make a big difference. Like I guess I'll tell you guys in the future, since like we haven't played no shooter games or anything. But I guess that's where it makes a difference. Quality does make a big difference. Refresh rates, these make a difference. If you're playing in 30 or 60 or 144 or 256 frames per second, these all matter. But anyways, so I guess let's go ahead and end it off here. Torres, you want to plug it off? Plug it. Plug.
Well, as we stated, this has been a great game to review, and it was good coming back to this, and we definitely hope y'all keep listening to us, and we keep coming up with great ideas and stuff that we haven't been able to stream as much as we want to. I haven't been able to get to stream on the Switch and stuff because I may not have a powerful in the PC, but who knows? We'll see where time goes, and we'll see what the future holds, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll try our best to do more stuff.
Like, I'm gonna start doing my new outro. I'm gonna start doing my new outro song for y'all though. Here we go.
Oh no.
This may or may not.
You're gonna run away.
Here's a disclaimer. Here's a disclaimer. This may or may not be.
If you have t-shirts, then please leave the podcast now and come back for the ad.
So here you go. Oh, we thank you for coming to watch us. I can't even get it out.
I thought you were gonna sing the Star Spangled Banner, like, can you see?
Like,
what?
But let me try again.
Oh my god! No, do not try again. We're already like super.
To watch us, it's all you can eat gaming. Hey, said. That's the outro right there.
We just lost all the viewers we had, and we don't have any. So thank you. Thanks for that.
We love you all. Okay.
It was nice. Even with all of the complaints we said at this game, it's still a good game. Please go check it out. If you have the game, buy it on your GameCube or dump it. I don't know, whatever you like. I played this game in a higher quality because I didn't feel like playing it with super low textures. But anyways, just give it a try. It's a fun game. But yeah, you can find us here on YouTube. If you're watching us here on YouTube, please give us a like, comment, and subscribe. And you can check us out. You can check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Anchor, literally almost in every single source that you can find. Overcast, etc. Though we have too many to count. Just please listen or watch us wherever you can, okay? And if you would like to support us, you can. We'll be happy to. Yeah. It would be really nice of you. It help the channel and our quality and how the consistency of it. But you don't need to. You're not forced to. But it is highly appreciated.
Of course. And
so, anyways, guys,
do our best to provide decent content for sure.
Right, of course, no matter what. So, guys, it was a pleasure, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
All right. Peace out.